Thinking about moving to Spokane soon? Whether you're chasing a better quality of life, escaping big city prices, or just want to know if your dollar will stretch a little bit further, we're breaking it all down today. Cost of living, rent versus buy, utilities, hidden costs, and even where people feel they're getting the most value. Be sure to stick around to the end. I'll reveal one cost that shocks most newcomers, and it's not what you think. Let's start with the big one, housing. As of mid-2020s, the median home price in Spokane is around $420,000, up slightly from last year, yes, but still nearly 40% less than Seattle or Portland. You can still find starter homes in neighborhoods like our Northside Indian Trail neighborhood or to our sister city of the East, Spokane Valley, in the mid 300s to the low 400 range. That's right, homes are still affordable here. Or you're not buying just yet, average rent for a 2 or 3 bedroom home is about $1,800 to $2,200 a month, of course, depending on the area. And if you're looking for walkability, you'll want to make sure that you're looking in the downtown, Kendall Yards, or parts of our charming Perry district, but you got to expect to pay a premium there. I do want to let you know some of the costs of various things in our area. So for example, property taxes around 1.1% lower than the national average. HOAs on the other hand, some new developments charge anywhere between that $100 to $300 a month depending on the amenities. Renter's assurance though, that's about $15 to $25 a month. One couple I helped move here from California told me that they finally felt like they could breathe and that they weren't house poor for the first time in years. It's one of the many things about Spokane that attract people like you to our area is our amazing affordability. So if you're from areas like LA or New York City, you might cry tears of joy when you see what you can actually afford here, or you might cry when you see how much space your dog now has to ignore you in. Electric and gas come from Avista Utilities. Most families in this area pay between $150 to $250 a month, depending on the season. Winters get cold, so you got to expect those power spikes in your bills in that December through February range especially. Internet, on the other hand, is super solid here. Most people go with either Comcast or Spectrum. Plans start between that $60 to $90 a month for high-speed services. Fun fact, water, sewer, garbage, $110 to $150 a month depending on the season. Cell phone plans in line with the national averages, so kind of expect that when you move here. We don't have a state income tax though. That's right, no state income tax, but we do have a sales tax of 8.9%. Which means no state income tax is more cash in your pocket unless your weakness is those Target sales, in which case, God help you. Groceries, on the other hand, in Spokane are a bit higher than the national average, depending on where you shop. A family of 4 might spend anywhere between $100 and $1,100 a month, especially if you like organic or you like to shop at those smaller co-ops like my wife. But dining out, still reasonable. You can get a good sit-down meal for 2 at a mid-range restaurant anywhere between $45 or if you want to also have some drinks, about $100 range. A good local coffee, that's going to run you about $3.50 to $4.50 a cup. And yes, we do have multiple Chick-fil-A's and that elusive Trader Joe's. Real talk, Spokane's food scene is growing fast. With more local restaurants popping up every year, food here feels more like home, less hype, more heart. But one thing to note, we take our brunch seriously here. If you want a table on a Sunday morning, bring patience or snacks. Spokane is a car-centric city, meaning most locals drive themselves from point A to point B. Gas averages between $3.50 and $4.50 a gallon, and insurance runs about $90 to $100 a month, depending on your coverage. We don't have any toll roads though, so you save money there. Traffic is also pretty light. Commutes are fairly short, and that alone is worth moving for. Not driving? We got you covered. The STA, Spokane Transit Authority, has an expanding busing system. Monthly passes run about $50 a month. We also have Uber and Lyft available to get you anywhere you need, but it is less reliable in our outer rural areas. so take note. One of the common pieces of feedback that I get is people often tell me they spend less time in traffic and more time actually living. It's part of why they fell in love with Spokane in the first place. I mean, seriously, rush hour here means 5 cars at most at a red light, blink and you miss the drama. Other costs in the area, childcare is definitely going to be one of the most expensive line items that we have. A childcare for one child can run anywhere between $900 and $1,400 a month. Some schools also have waiting lists, so you're going to want to plan ahead. Also, let's not forget healthcare. We're home to major providers like Providence and Multi-Care. Premiums definitely vary, but you can expect average copays and deductibles unless you're on some sort of state plan. So these are some of the things that you want to consider. A lot of my clients, especially the elderly ones, when planning their move. And here's some quick fun facts for you. Gym memberships, that's going to run you between $40 and $70 a month on average. Entertainment, I'm talking movies, the zoo, family activities, for two, that's going to be anywhere between like $100 and $200. Our Spokane parks, though, on the other hand, they're free and they're world class. In fact, Spokane has some of the densest park density within our city per capita than any other city in the nation. All right, so I don't want to leave you hanging forever. So what's this unexpected cost that surprises most people? It's moving too late. People wait, prices rise, and suddenly that dream neighborhood is just out of reach. I've seen families lose out by just waiting a few months too long, and I don't want that for you. I don't just help families move, I help people start over. So whether you're coming here to build a new life, raise your family, or finally feel safe and seen, I want you to know I'm here to guide you. If you're serious about relocating to Spokane, let's connect. My wife Sarah and I specialize in helping families and individuals like you make the move with clarity and confidence. Go ahead and book a discovery call using a link somewhere found below, or just shoot me an email. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and let me know in the comments where you're moving from. I'm always curious to know. And hey, if you're moving from California, we promise not to judge. Just bring some tacos. All right, with that being said, I'm out of here for today, and I'll see you all later. Bye.